Thanks to Powell for having me, and thanks all you guys for staying until the end here. I'm going to start by reading some poems from Wikipedia Says It Will Pass, which is a chapbook that came out on Deadly Chaps last September. I didn't cry at the end of Titanic. This one day you flew to Berlin, then later you flew back home, and I rode my bike to your apartment. Outside it was hot and windy. We laid into your sheets. We listened to the Beach Boys. I made you come. I got on top and said I loved you. I should have just said, fuck Walt Disney, you're the happiest place on earth. Let's commit a crime so we'll get caught and do time together. Let's steal puppies from DeVos Park. You had brought some German chocolate. You had been gone for too long. Is it Armageddon or is it Armageddon? I'm home alone tonight and this internet quiz says I am baked beans. And yesterday I let another girl sleep in my bed and dreamt about water drowning my new house. And we slept like two half-assed parentheses in a story I don't care to finish unless you're making a guest appearance. And I worry that an asteroid will hit the Earth and I'll never have slept with you again. The odds of this are very high, but less the part about the asteroid and more the part about never sleeping with you again. I am not quite sure how I feel about that, and I want to join a colony of non-believers and become their leader, even though they won't follow me just by definition. And some days thinking of you is like an earthquake that's already been predicted. When it comes, it makes a tidal wave, and the most I can do is get under my desk, wrap my hands around my neck, and hope for the best. This is called The Best of Frat Jams 2011. I want to know, when did you become so out with it? When did you stop laughing with me, not at me? I can't sleep past 5 a.m. I miss the sounds of your neighbors fucking lopsidedly to The Best of Frat Jams 2011. And the right half of my body is weird and homeless without the left half of yours. I want to have the burgers or Chinese takeout G-chat debate at the end of a workday. So I used to live in San Francisco up until 12 days ago, and there's this really great lesbian bar. It's like one of the only ones in the whole city, unfortunately. And they have pinball machines there. And I used to go there and get really drunk, play pinball, and try to impress girls with pinball skills. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. This is called At Some Point I'll Bust Out the Pinball. I'm going to print my blanket loneliness on a t-shirt and wear it out at night to the neighborhood lesbian bar so I can spill gin and red salsa on it so all the girls can ask where I got it. And at some point I'll bust out the pinball. At some point I'll pretend I smoke anything. At some point I'll write a note to self in the notes section of my phone to stop being so self-centered and eat a piece of fruit once in a while. So I'm gonna read a bunch of poems from Letters from Robots. This is Letters from Robots. As Kevin said, it's coming out on Nightbomb in a few days, so I'm pretty excited about that. So here we go. This will be a good year, I promise, as long as we don't make a fuss. We remember to bring an umbrella. We sound off all transmissions cheers instead of love. I've been thinking a lot about outer space. I've been thinking about how everyone is dead and not dead at the same time. Today I got up early and put on my skeleton socks so you could see my phalanges when I walked in your general direction. Let's fall asleep drunk at a jungle motel. I'll hang from the shower rod while you recite the alphabet backwards in Sanskrit. I've never written a poem about a girl I loved while I still loved her. I went to the moon and all I got was this lousy t-shirt with stains powdering the front and a stomach ache from eating too much astronaut ice cream and thinking of you and of Neil Armstrong landing on the moon. He must have missed his desk and rug and lamp. He must have been so lonely with nothing but the solemn crunch of astronaut ice cream. This is a list of things that I used to do in the first 2 months of living in San Francisco. I didn't have very many friends, and I was trying to meet girls, eating a lot of tacos. What I say when you ask what I'm up to. I've been wanting to make everything rhyme. I've been trying to be more romantic. I've been eating cheap Mexican food. I've been talking only if necessary. I've been trying to avoid drinking with you. I've been reading about places I don't live. I've been walking in the park with a girl. I've been lying down in the dirt. I've been flashing black lights at UFOs. I've been writing about outer space. I've been running up plutonium fuel. I've been sleeping with the lights on. I've been watching your favorite shows on repeat. I've been dropping drunk texts like bombs. This is another one I wrote when I first moved out to San Francisco. And it's called, You Don't Self-Deprecate Your Self-Deprecation. Last night I was drinking gin and tonic, telling the girl I was a writer just because I like to write. We talked about how all writers drink, and when I grow up I don't want to be a writer caricature, so I don't drink coffee or smoke anything except cigarettes sometimes if I'm trying to impress a member of the same sex. She told me to stop self-deprecating my self-deprecation. I'd never heard that one before. We ate steak tacos at the taqueria. The light was too bright, and she said, I really want to stay friends. You know how it is. And I said, no, I didn't, and I was amused. I didn't kiss her, and I hugged her instead. Then I went home and self-deprecated in my underwear with the TV on until I fell asleep. I spent some time in Montreal 2 years ago, just like 2 weeks at this writers' conference thing, and I wrote some poems while I was there. This is one of them. It's called The Mechanics of Missing. I'm in old Montreal with a smoothie au fraise and a PBJ sandwich that has seen better days, was never meant to die, in a freezer bag on the bottom of my backpack. There's a billboard advertising a museum exhibit, Sex, L'Expo qui dit tout. Sex, the exhibit that tells all. It proudly displays a naked woman, but in a clinical way, like before an important doctor's visit. It doesn't make me want to have sex. It doesn't make me want to learn about sex. It doesn't make me feel bad because I haven't had any sex, not even halfway sex, since March. Now it's June. Thank God, thank you, thank someone for long-distance telephone plans, the transcontinental railroad and state borders, and the relentless spin of the earth. It's nice sometimes to be so alone, you forget you have anyone to miss, or maybe you just forget how. Okay, I have a few poems about the apocalypse. I'm sort of preoccupied about the idea that the world's going to end at the end of the year, but if that doesn't happen, I don't know, these poems aren't really going to hold up anymore. So I might as well read them now while they still hold up. This is called You've Got That Apocalyptic Feeling. All day I've had this apocalyptic feeling, and I keep singing it to myself, to the tune of that song from Top Gun, to make it less frightening. You've got that apocalyptic feeling. And I wonder if you and me will just rise up and don Halloween costumes and fight off virus-laden monsters who want to eat our cerebral cortices, make us into merciless killing machines. And we'll fill our pillowcases with candy and nickels and chew on our loot at the end of the day. Last night I dreamt I saved you from the zombie apocalypse. I cried because you were almost gone. I woke up, you were still there. Okay, I just have a couple more. This is called I Hope There's Good Music Playing at My Funeral. I go to file and open a new window and jump out the window into my neon green hovercraft. I fly in my neon green hovercraft to your house with an assortment of advanced birthday cards. I give you one birthday card for every remaining year of your life. I offer to take you to dinner and dance for you while you blow out the candles. I like to curl up in my hovercraft because there I am in love with everyone, and everyone is in love with me, and you have never existed, and I am Lord of everything. The first time I try to say I love you, I say let's get a dog. How many days exist in the world, and when I leave, can I take them with me? Now that you are gone, I sleep in the shower, and no one is here to wash and rinse my vertebrae. Okay, this is the last one. It's called Maybe There's a God Above, but... ... I've been listening to Jeff Buckley's cover of Hallelujah on repeat, imagining I'm just that lonely, pretending I'm really a religious being. But I drive cars on the Sabbath. I eat chocolate bunnies because they taste good, not because anyone rose from the dead or anything. And I used to believe in Santa Claus, but I don't think about Jesus on his birthday. I don't pray. I just want pie and turkey and more pie, and my old red stocking filled with $10 bills that I'll save or waste, or save for something and waste later on. And one more night alone with my favorite ex-girlfriend. And other things I'm not proud of, and other things I don't really need. Thank you.